Yo, what's good, everybody? Today, I'm going to be putting Monarch Kaguya to the test against some of the hardest game modes in anime Vanguards. Now, this is kind of a trend throughout my channel where I get Monarch on one of the main units in that specific update and I put them to the test. And today, I thought, why not do it again? So, if y'all do enjoy this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below if y'all have gone Kaguya, and if y'all have gone Kaguya, if y'all got the Monarch Kaguya. And make sure y'all join my Discord down in the description because I think we are basically right there to hitting 4,000 subscribers. And that's when I'm going to be doing my battle pass giveaways inside my Discord server. So make sure y'all join up if y'all haven't already. So let's stop the yapping and let's get into the video. All right, so if y'all have already seen the past videos where I've done Monarch versus the hardest game modes in AV, y'all probably already know the schedule and which game modes we're obviously going to be testing. However, there are a couple of changes. First of all, of course, we will be doing the Estafo Raid, and then we're going to be doing the dungeons, and then we're also going to be doing the rifts, but also we will try out the Land of the Gods portal tier 10 and see how it is. And to make it even harder, like 10 times harder, is pretty stupid actually. I actually don't even think it's possible. We're gonna be doing this portal right here, which is holy and strong. Yeah, this is not gonna be fun whatsoever. This might actually be impossible. I want to see if I can find another Land of the Gods. Okay, this one seems more suitable to the point where we can maybe beat it. This one I think is dead ass impossible. Holy and strong. Yeah, the boss is gonna be at like 20 million HP. I don't think that's even possible. We're gonna do this Land of the Gods for the final challenge because this is the hardest portal map in the game. Very tough, and obviously with champions and all that, modifiers are tough, all that's tough. We're gonna be doing that as the final challenge. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of an addition to the challenge. I usually just do the Estafo Raid, the dungeons, and the rift, and then I call it a day there. But I do also want to try out the new portal, see how strong Kaguya is in terms of that, because she is a Vanguard, so I am expecting a lot. So we're gonna do the raid first, and the team that I want to build for Kaguya, usually I try to build a team around the main unit and then supports around them. However, supports don't really work with Kaguya since she's always moving around. So in my eyes, the best way I can think of as a support is bringing elemental units, or specifically the elements that she needs to really stand out. And the three elements I need is water, fire, and blast, and to make it even better, unknown. Now, the first part is going to be John Smith, since he is blast and unknown. I'm not going to be using any of these units. I'm only going to be using Kaguya. I just want them for the elemental buffs, right? Since he gives blast and unknown, I also need a fire and a water because it all ties to the elemental dimensions and it just buffs their passive as well. This passive right here, if this unit swaps the dimension and then matches the element already applied to this unit, gains 50% extra damage for the duration of the domain. So buffing the damage crazy tons with those elements. Next up, we're going to bring a water unit. I'm just going to bring Rudius because why not? It's a water unit. And then a fire unit. We'll bring Hibana because, you know, why not? So this is going to be the team I'm going to be running. And then the familiar I'm also going to be running on Kaguya is going to be this burb right here. It's a pretty crazy burb, I know. I had to give her the best of the best. I'm not gonna lie. I had to give her the best burb I can find, and this is gonna be helping me out a lot. A lot of crit damage, a lot of damage in general. So gonna be very good. So yeah, first test, the Estafo Raid on Nightmare. All right, so here we are. Now, my plan, or at least my idea for this challenge, and what I think is actually gonna be pretty tricky compared to all the other challenges I do when it comes in terms of Monarch versus the hardest game modes, is the fact that Kaguya teleports all over the map, which kind of makes it tough for me to really control how to really beat the stage, right? And that's really going to show in this stage and in the dungeons because of the multi-paths, and sometimes I'm going to need Kaguya to stay on a boss or stay on this unit or whatever. However, the thing about Kaguya that I really love about her kit is all of her dimensions work map wide. So I can do burn, and look, it applies burn to every single character or enemy. They are kind of tanky though, and I forgot that they also get handcuffed now in solo as well, so it's going to be pretty tough. However, having that map wide burn, frost burn, etc., all of that will come in very handy when I'm trying to clear the waves and stuff like that. So yeah, that will definitely save me greatly. And then from now on, I just want to farm and just try to upgrade her little by little. I mean, on placement, she's already doing 20k DPS. Diabolical work. Actually diabolical work. Okay, so it seems like I can still use my dimensions even when I'm handcuffed, which is actually pretty nice. Yeah, I can. Okay, that's good to know. That'll actually be coming in very clutch because the dimensions are really what makes Kaguya absolutely busted. And if I can still use them while being cuffed, then that's going to be very great. So yeah, now you can see already on upgrade 3 doing 123k every 4 seconds. Like it's crazy. And then once I get higher range, I'm going to try to target her to John Smith, and then from then on it should be pretty easy. However, I do want to max my farms and try to get them all upgraded as much as possible before I can really even do that. And never mind, I don't even need to do that. She automatically just targets. Nice. All right, now I have both or all farms maxed out. And now we can just go straight into upgrading Kaguya and then just target on the boss. Honestly, at this point, we target to boss and just try to upgrade her as much as possible. And then we just should be set from then on. And then I'm gonna just turn on auto ability too, because I mean, why not? Oh, that's the bad thing though. Even if it's set to bosses, every time you pop a dimension, it targets the first enemy on the map. So it's kind of tough for this, meaning I don't think it's smart for me to even use the dimensions if that's the case. Interesting. That is not gonna be great. I mean, realistically, depending on how good the range is, I'm still gonna be attacking the first enemy while also hitting John Smith. I don't know, I feel like I just gotta keep upgrading her. And the cage is here now. Oh, you might be cooked. Wait a minute, gotta uncuff me real quick, gotta upgrade. Oh, I forgot she map wide repulses too, so it works with the towers as well. All of this map wide stuff for their dimensions is actually broken. Holy crap. It targets the towers as well whenever I go on to blast, so it starts on start, repulses all enemies on the map, including the towers. So just stalling more time for me to attack John Smith. Whoa, come back, Kaguya, no, come back. Oh god, oh no. Kaguya not attacking the boss and targeted first. I don't know why the targeting doesn't work with this. I mean, to be fair though, it's like attack the first enemy and move to them regardless of the spot on their map. So I guess priority doesn't even matter there. Bro, that is so tough. That is actually so tough, man. Okay, well, the first test is a fail. I could have easily won that if the targeting just messed me up heavily, like very badly. That is so tough. So the first test is a fail. Again, I could have easily beat that. It's just the targeting just messed me up heavily. So yeah, 0 out of 1. The next test we do is dungeons. All right, so we pick exterminator and start. Now with dungeons, we're kind of in the same situation as the Sid raid, since there's like 6-8 different paths and Kaguya will be moving around everywhere. Again, the map wide burn, frost burn, slow, repulse, do 50% of her damage, all that will help out a lot, but it might get to a point where they might be a little bit too tanky, where all those burns and frost burns might not be enough. I guess we'll have to see. She can't teleport, which I guess does suck sometimes and also is good, but I guess we have to see, honestly. Okay, so I think after this wave we can actually place down Kaguya, and then immediately I want to burn everybody to give me some yen and kind of just stall some time while I'm upgrading my farms, because I'm gonna need to get them as upgraded as possible, because all of her dimensions, burn and frost burn, all that is off of her actual damage stat. So I will need her maxed out to actually survive. And then I'm just gonna be flipping between fire and sand, because both of them do damage. I don't need crowd control right now. I'm not in a situation where I'm gonna need it or it's even gonna be useful. I just need as much damage as possible. And doing the combo between fire and sand will be very useful, because I'm going to be doing burn, and then I'm also going to be doing 50% of the unit's damage map wide, right? And I have to do fire before that. So I'm just going to be spamming fire and sand, because that's going to be very helpful. As well as sand also repulse as well, which will, I guess, be somewhat useful. You know, it doesn't hurt to have. Yeah, nobody's gotten even close to the base set, which is very good. I've been able to stall as long as possible, upgrading my farms as much as possible. So already doing 164k. I don't know if all the paths are open. They probably are. I'm gonna assume they're all on. 164k every 4 seconds. Not bad whatsoever. All right, so we have Kaguya max out doing 1.15 million every 6 seconds in her domain. This is the fire domain, I'm pretty sure. And then the only buffs we have is just range and SPA, and then press it, which obviously doesn't do much, and then obviously exterminator. She is doing damage on terms of like levels of like Monarch, Sung Jin Woo in the dungeon with the damage buff, which is crazy to think about. And again, none of them have gone even close to the base, because I am just always repulsing them, doing stupid amount of damage, burning them and all that. Like it's actually crazy. The boss literally got like one tap by her sand dimension, doing 50% of her damage. It's actually diabolical. Like when you see the damage stat of Kaguya 1.2 mil, and then you see their HP like 64k, like they stand no chance, like actually no chance whatsoever. It makes me even more mad that I couldn't complete the Sid raid, because I could have easily destroyed it. It's just the teleportation thing. I just don't like it, because in situations like that where you want to target a specific unit or you want to stay in a specific spot for like a strategic reason, but then the unit just TPs, it's just really annoying. That's why I sometimes wish there was like an option to like change if you wanted it to happen or if you didn't want it to happen, like to enable it or disable it or something like that. But you know, it is what it is. Can't do much about it. They're kind of getting close. And Kaguya, I don't think can reach because she only moves whenever I pop a dimension. So I gotta pop this fast as hell. Now she's back at base. Now she should stay here for a little bit more time. And now that the enemies are kind of getting closer to the base, she shouldn't be moving too far away, but she might. I wouldn't be surprised. She just goes wherever she wants. But yeah, these guys are getting a little bit more tanky, I think, kind of. Mainly these guys with the overshield and stuff. These guys are pretty tanky. Ooh, this is not good. You see this? Yeah, now they're getting close. He's definitely gonna hit the base. I don't think I can I don't think I could pop a domain before he hits the base. Yeah, I'm cooked. Wait, maybe 5 seconds, maybe, probably, maybe. Wait a minute. Oh, on the nick of time. Holy crap, barely got it there. But yeah, you see that? That's one of the situations where it's tough. Hopefully I don't have to waste my nuke on like a situation where that happens, where there's too many people coming and I have to pop that nuke. Again, worst case scenario, I will have to pop the nuke. I don't doubt Kaguya can just solo the boss. So like, again, worst comes to worst, if too many leaks get by, I will have to pop the beast explosion. Hopefully not though. But as you can see, she's on the other side of the map and there's leaks coming all over on this side, and she can only move whenever I pop a dimension. I think we should be able to get it by the time they hit the base. I'm just spamming this at this point. Yep, there you go. And wait, what? Oh, I have to do, oh my god, I almost sold. I sold. Oh no, I didn't. Oh my god, her burn just came in clutch. At this point, do I even pop a dimension at this point? Honestly, because she only teleports when I pop a dimension. She never teleports besides that. So if that's the case, I just won't use a dimension. 1.3 million damage. Never mind, she teleported. Great. She didn't TP far though. She still, never mind, she TP'd again. Nice, great. All right, we're gonna do that, and everything got pushed back, and now they're definitely gonna hit the base, and I might have to pop a nuke. Oh gosh, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to pop a nuke. Wait a minute. Yep, I have to. All 3 of them are gonna hit the base. That's so tough. I don't want to use it so early, but I had to. I was forced. Honestly, I might have to start putting in some frostburn as well, because that might be good, because I also have to freeze a little bit. So I'm gonna actually freeze. I'm gonna freeze. I need a little bit of CC. I need a little bit of CC just to save me a little bit. 300k DPS. God damn. Yeah, now I'm going to have to do this, or no, probably this, or wait, I'm cooked. Wait a minute. Oh fudge. Wait a minute. Okay, we're good. Wait a minute. No, why do you go over there, Kaguya? Why do you go there? That's the last place I wanted you. Oh my god, bro. Kaguya, you TP to the worst places. Yeah, we lost. Oh my god, bro. Oh my gosh. Kaguya, why do you always TP? It's so annoying, man. It's actually so annoying. That's another L on the list. There might have been a way I could have completed that, maybe with a better combo or a better strategy. I don't know. It's just I was relying on every 30 seconds me doing damage. That just didn't cut it. You know what I'm saying? That just didn't cut it. Well, second test, incomplete. We're 0-2 right now. However, both the game modes that we just did are kind of like multi-path game modes where I have to focus on like 2 different things at once. With the rift and the portal coming up, it's only one task, or it's only one path that I have to focus on, which I think Kaguya will do much better on. So yeah, let's get into the tier 10 portal, and then after I'm done that, the rift should spawn pretty soon. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so here we are in the portal. Now the thing is, I do have Rudius and Hibana, plus Kaguya also has a buff in the portal, just to make this a little bit more fair and not cheating, you could say. I'm gonna get rid of one of the spring units, make it a 50% buff, you know, not 100%, but also not 0%. So I just gotta bring in a random fire unit. I'll bring Karim. He's a fire unit. He also doesn't contribute to the buff, so it's a 50% damage buff, which should be good, I think, and fair. The one tricky thing about this map in general is the boss, and he regens stupid amounts. And the thing is, we have champions, so there's gonna be much more bosses coming through, which will make this much more annoying. It's better than having holy and strong, which is the other portal that I have. God, I pray for y'all, if y'all get a holy, strong, cosmic, whatever, with a land of the gods portal tier 10, man, just delete the portal and just restart. Honestly, join someone else, delete that portal, just get rid of it. It's not good. But yeah, I don't think this challenge or the portal itself will be harder in terms of the teleportation situation when it comes in terms of like the Sid raid or the dungeons or stuff like that. I think we should be much better in this type of game mode. So yeah, I'll start farming up, try to get Kaguya a couple levels up, and I'll see y'all later in the waves. All right, so the first boss is here, 675,000 HP. Might be cooked. I do have her on auto dimensions, so maybe not the most ideal, you know, combo for the dimensions, but I don't really care. I just want to just get as much I can out of the dimensions and just buffing her damage as well on top of all that. It's gonna help out a lot. We're actually in a surprisingly very good situation right here with the cone or with the line AoE. But yeah, as you can see, he is regenning a lot and immediately. So we're going to need to do as much much damage as possible before Boo can regen. He's regenerating about like what, 40k per second? God damn, that's holy crap. We'll do fire right here, burn him a little bit. Yeah, he does insta regen. I think my best bet is trying to do the same thing I did with the dungeons where it's fire and sand both together. But yeah, he regens how much? 67k. I might have to bring in like arc or something, or like another bleed, because this does not seem possible. Maybe one more hit. Come on, one more hit. Bro, she takes too long to attack. Like by the time she attacks, he's gonna be fully. Oh, there you go. Okay, I was gonna say by the time she attacks, he's gonna be full HP again. All right, so now she's maxed out, or well, she's about to be maxed out with no buff from the dimensions. She's doing 358k every 6.3. Not bad. When it comes in terms of some of the bosses, I might need that crit to come in through. And oh my god, 3.4 mil and a 1.6 mil. Oh man. Okay, I have an idea in mind, right? And it just includes stalling as much as possible, right? So once it gets to wave 20 and all the bosses spawn, I can just nuke them all with my nuke. That's my idea. If I can't beat these guys, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't feel like I can, the plan might just be to stall as long as possible, wait until all the bosses come out, and just nuke them all. Will that even work? I got no clue. Yeah, I mean, he's taking like 70k per hit, 70k HP. Like, now you could be saying, why don't I bring a bleed? I could. I probably will, just to beat this afterwards, just to show that it is possible. I just need a simple bleed unit. It's just I thought Kaguya could do enough damage to the point where even regen didn't do anything. But yeah, wave 16, depending on how much HP the boss has, my strat could work. Hypothetically, it could work. You know, you never know. The other boss came in at 4.26 million. Okay, best case scenario, the boss has to be at 7 million HP, the final boss, 7 million HP or below. That's my best bet, because I'm gonna try to get Kaguya to like 700k damage. It's 1000% of her damage, or yeah, 1000% of her damage. Maybe like 7 mil nuke. Will that be enough? I don't know, because this dude's not even getting repulsed or slowed or anything. He just keeps going. 11 mil HP. Okay. We might be cooked. We might. No, not might. We are cooked. Let's be dead ass. We're cooked. We're cooked. That might not even be the final boss too. That might just be the champion's boss every 5 waves. Let's see. Is there gonna be another boss? Let's see. Imagine. Just imagine. It doesn't seem like it. Okay, bet. All right, let's nuke. Boom, killed everything, and oh, we did it. Wait, what? How do we kill it? He had so much HP. What the hell? All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't know how I beat it, but I'm not complaining. I don't even think I popped the sand dimension for the 700% or 700k damage. I totally forgot about that, but we still beat it somehow, and I'm not complaining, I guess. The third challenge has been completed. 1 out of 3. The final one is going to be waiting 20 minutes for the rift to spawn, and yeah, we'll see if Kaguya can do that. All right, so the rift just spawned, so let's go ahead and join it up. Now, this is the Estafo Raid. It is not the Yuhaba Raid, which I think is actually harder than the Estafo Raid, but that's what's in cycle right now. The main reason why I think it's harder is because one of your slots is obviously occupied by Lucy. If you don't bring Lucy into the Yuhaba Raid, you lost. You're done. No matter how many Monarchs, no matter if you have all the Vanguard units with Monarch, you're gonna lose. The invincibility is just way too tough. But with the Estafo Rift, you do not need that. So it's just honestly easier in my opinion. Just like the portal, it's only one path, so I think Kaguya will suffer a lot less with teleporting and stuff like that. It's just really annoying for multi-path game modes for Kaguya. But with this, I feel like the biggest thing is just damage. The most damage, and we can beat it. And with Kaguya, with all the dimensions and our obviously stupidly high DPS in general, this should be beatable. So yeah, all right, we maxed out all the farms, so now I can actually start upgrading Kaguya, and from here on out I think we should be pretty set. There are leaks mainly because, you know, I was maxing out farms, the burn from the fire dimension and the sand with the 50% of the damage. It's not much, but the moment I upgrade a little bit, all these guys should be getting much weaker. And that's the one struggle about like having to rely on your dimensions. It's the fact that you can really only get the effect of it every 30 seconds. 20 seconds you're in the dimension, which buffs Kaguya for 20 seconds, and then it's a 10-second cooldown before you can do another dimension. So it's kind of tough, but it's fine because you can see the damage. It's like it went away right there, but her damage number gets so stupidly high, it's crazy. And we have her maxed out 307k every 6.3 with 60 range with his pre-buff. Not bad whatsoever. And I think from here on out I might as well just start doing the sand ice sand, because I want to just buff my damage as much as possible. Or actually, it might be safer for me to keep doing fire sand. I just keep getting a lot more damage out of it. It's just saving saving me a lot of time with chasing leaks and stuff. Yeah, so this is like the main gameplay with Kaguya is, well, in this situation where while you're chasing a boss, you really want to make sure you have your eye on your dimensions. Keep popping a good combo. Like my bread and butter right now is fire and sand for when I want damage specifically. I'm trying to take care of like leaks or trying to do a little bit of crowd control. On top of that, my main thing is fire and sand because burn does damage, also repulse on top of that. However, if you want to buff and just do a lot of damage by like just with Kaguya herself, sand, ice, sand is another really good one. And I accidentally pressed ice. Oh gosh. Yeah, but you can see 614k is really good, but that's not what I need right now. I don't need her damage to be up right now. I just need everybody on the map to be taking damage. They're getting a little bit tanky now. 2 mil, 2.28 mil. Yeah, it's getting a little bit tough. 2.5 mil. No, I accidentally pressed fire. Oh gosh, that doesn't really matter at the end. I don't think it matters. Yeah, Estafo has like what, 20 million HP though. That's kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of tough. All right, I'm gonna wait until every enemy like comes out of the base. So once I pop the nuke, I can just kill everything and then just only worry about Estafo. I don't gotta worry about anything else. So I can go back to sand after this and they should be out soon enough. Yeah, that's the last one. We're popping it. Pop the nuke. Everything dies and now it's only Estafo. Okay, nice. So now, damn, my FPS just went up by a lot. Holy crap. All right, now we got to keep doing sand, ice, sand. This is all we're doing, sand, ice, sand. Because now Kaguya's DPS is the highest it can be. All we guys do is just chase the boss. Yeah, 105,000 DPS. That's the power of the sand, ice, sand combo right there. See, unlike Elfelt or Sid or stuff like that, those guys have internal boss mechanic or like boss killer mechanics where, you know, Sid, for example, does like more damage stacking on an enemy the more times he hits them. Elfelt does the most amount of burst DPS in the game, which makes her like the most broken boss killer in the game. But Kaguya in general is more of like a crowd control unit. You have all these stuff in her kit where you can burn, slow, repulse, freeze, stun, slow. I think I already said that, but like stuff like that. So she's not really made for boss killing, but you know, she can still freeze, which helps out a lot. I think we should be able to kill Estafo. I don't even know at this point because he's going pretty far and there's still a good chunk of HP to be dealt. So it's getting me kind of worried right now. I don't think we're gonna be able to beat it. Wait a minute. I don't think we're gonna be able to beat it. This might be a little bit tough. It's either we don't beat it or we barely beat it. Like barely. We might be cooked. Oh gosh. I gotta do this. I gotta burn. I gotta get as much damage as I can right now. Now I can do sand. We might be able to beat it. Maybe. It's getting very close though. All right, come on. 8 seconds. Come on. We gotta get a couple lucky crits in there. Come on. Nice. Sand. Push him back. Did some extra damage. Come on. Less than a mil. We can do this. Come on. Oh, it's so close. One more hit. We got this. One more hit. Oh my goodness. 11 minutes. That was so close. Kaguya barely beat that too. Like barely beat that. Holy crap. That was something, definitely. That was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. But she still beat it, you know. Hard or easy, whatever it could be. She still beat it. So there it is. The Estafo Rift complete. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this Monarch Kaguya versus the hardest game was an anime Vanguards video. It's definitely a fun video to make. Definitely showed me some of the weakness and some more of the strengths that Kaguya does have. I've said it already throughout the video. The fact that she can TP whenever she wants does get kind of annoying depending on the game mode. However, the fact that she has so many, and I mean so many different combos that she can do with her dimensions, crowd controlling with slow, stun, freeze, repulse, whatever, or she can do damage by burning, frost burning, doing 50% of her damage, as well as having a fat 1000% nuke and her overall DPS just being stupidly high. She is a very good unit, and I recommend y'all getting her as fast as possible. Getting that Monarch on her is very good on her, mainly because she's on one placement, and like y'all saw in this video, her DPS is stupidly high. So if y'all did enjoy this video, please make sure to like, subscribe. Hope y'all have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.